Greetings, YouTube. LMS Tactical here. If you're offended by foul language, you're on the wrong channel. Mason here. Hey, here's a weird subject, but I like to tell you guys what's on my mind, and I'm just wondering, am I just turning into a cranky old man, or are there other people that feel like this? I want to talk about friends. Now, like most of you, I know many, many, many people, but I could count my real friends on one hand, and I could probably have about 3 fingers left over. But nevertheless, we have a lot of, I'm sure you and I have a lot of acquaintances that, they think they're our good friends. And I don't mean to sound bitter, but I am kind of a cranky dude. Sometimes I just start wondering, when you have a lot of friends, do you ever wonder what you're getting out of that? Not that you have to always get something. That's not where I'm coming from. But don't you think that a friendship should be give and take? Shouldn't you get something? Even if it's just like a listening ear, somebody that's actually interested in what you have to say. I've got a lot of friends who, the more I look at them, and the more I think, and the older I get, and the less I give a shit about what people think about me, the more I just start thinking to myself, kind of a one-way street, You got these guys that'll call you up, and you know who you are, you cockbiters, and you're only interested in what the fuck is coming out of your mouth, what you're saying. And the reason I can tell is because when I appropriately switch the subject to something that's concerning me, you couldn't be less interested. And I feel it. And it's not just, one or two. It's a lot of people are like that. And the older I get, the more I start evaluating these people. And I think to myself, well, let's see. They need something done at their house. I'm going over there doing it. They need something moved. I'm the guy with the truck. They need a shoulder to cry on. I got big shoulders. And that's fine. They need money. I scrape together money, and I tell my wife, hey, so-and-so needs some money. Give them money. Not loan, give. I don't loan money. I never get it back. I stopped loaning money years ago when I realized that people have no intention of ever fucking paying you back. I have friends that are no longer my friends because they would borrow pretty large amounts of money and just fucking disappear, man. You just never hear from them again. I'm talking like a year would go by. And I'd call up and be like, hey, what happened, man? Did you die? And, oh, no. But, and I'd tell them, hey, man, if you're worried about that money, fuck it, man. The money's not worth a friendship. But, these people do what they do, and then they move on. And, hey, Mike, I can't pay my fucking rent. Man, I'm broke. I need like $500, and I'll get it back to you, payday after next. And I'm like, hey, man, no problem. It's not easy for me. I don't have $500 laying around, but I fucking make it happen. And then I lose these cocksuckers. And then you got guys that want to call you up, and they're having a rough time. And I'm a good guy to listen to you when you're having a rough time, because I've been in rough times. I know how it feels. And so I can empathize. But you go to give some input, and you can feel hey, shut the fuck up. I'm not done whining. Not interested in what it is you have to say. Why do we keep these people in our lives? Because I've been cutting a lot of motherfuckers loose lately. I feel like I'm just dragging fucking dead weight around. I had a really good friend, man. I thought that we were fucking almost like brothers. But this guy was like a motherfucking, like a parasite, man. Just sucking the emotions and the happiness right out of me, man. And, he thought he was going to punish me by fucking going radio silent for a while. And I got to be honest with you, it's like a freedom, man. I haven't talked to this motherfucker since January. And it's been like a weight cut off of me. I'm one of these guys, I think I could be perfectly happy living on an island if I just had my dog Mason with me. Give me a fucking dog, man. That right there, that's friendship. You know what I mean? I love people, don't get me wrong. But I don't need people, I got enough shit to do just by myself, just me and my wife, my dog, And I'm just wondering, is that just me? Is that an age thing? Am I just getting old and cynical? Or do you guys sometimes ever evaluate your friendships and say, hey man, I'm a giver, but I ain't ever getting shit back. And I don't want things like money. I want some fucking friendship, man. You know, if I'm gonna, friendship takes a lot of energy and a lot of time. You know, motherfuckers want to call you up and they want you to answer the fucking phone, and they get all bent out of shape if you don't answer the phone, man. Sometimes the older I get, sometimes I look at the phone, I'm like, hey, fuck you, I ain't answer that goddamn phone. Because I'm finally retired now and I don't need to answer the fucking phone. And if I answer the phone, I'm doing you a fucking favor. How's that? You know, I mean, I know that sounds fucking cold, but god damn it. You know, these guys call up and immediately it's an hour out of your life if you can get out of there quick enough, if you can get off the phone, because people love to fucking talk. And I'm a talker too. But when people don't have a slight interest in what I'm saying, and you can tell, you'll ask them a follow-up question, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They just don't, you know? Mike's a good fucking listener, and I can dump all my shit on him, and maybe he'll help me somehow feel good. Well, I got news for you cockbiters. I'm not fucking looking for friends, all right? I care about humanity as a huge entity, but I don't need motherfuckers fucking calling me up and fucking just sucking the fucking energy out of me, and then me blowing them up so they feel good, and then we hang up, and I'm like going, what the fuck? It's another hour or two or three later, and what do I get out of this shit? Now, that's not to say I don't mind. I enjoy helping people. And I think what happens is, when you help people too much, you start looking like a weak motherfucker, and like sort of like a little punk, and they can think they can just bleed you fucking dry from everything, from your fucking happiness, your time. Friendship takes time, man. It takes an investment. And as a friend, are you giving back to those people that are your friends? Or are you one of these motherfuckers that I'm talking about? You need to ask yourself that. I ask myself that. And I'm not a perfect friend, because I'm a cranky dude, and I'm very opinionated. But I'm a good listener, and I'm interested in what you're saying. And I'm even good at faking it, you know? If you want to talk about fucking, what kind of grass to put in your yard, you won't even know that I'm not interested, because I'll be paying attention. You can ask me follow-up questions. What do you guys think, man? Am I alone? How important are friends to you? What kind of a friend are you? And what kind of friends do you have? Something to think about. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. LMS Tactical. I'm out.